I have to say, I'm sorry for laughing, but that young lady giving the 1,000-yard stare.
He's also not had the time, it appears, to condemn the racist comments of his own MP. Utterly spineless.
Now, was Reform UK leader in action man Nigel Farage absolutely schooled at PMQs this week. And what I mean is, he had decided, for once, to try and represent his constituents in Clacton. He put his name down for a question at PMQs. Ooh. So Keir Starmer knew when Putin's poodle Farage will be coming up. But Labour MP for Southampton Itchen, Darren Paffey, clearly was given this question for a reason.
This is Care Leavers Month, when we remember the resilience and the brilliance of our young people who have grown up in care. And I was delighted to welcome a group of Southampton's care leavers to share their views with the Minister recently. But while this Labour government is taking real action to support care leavers, a Reform councillor has disgracefully described children in care as downright evil. Will the Prime Minister...
I have to say, I'm sorry for laughing, but that young lady giving the 1,000-yard stare, let's be honest, she kind of reminds me of my wife, when I send a message, just going for a quick pint, then fall through the door 5 hours later in a dribbling mess on the floor. You guys, you know what I'm talking about.
He said it. Will the Prime Minister, and I hope the whole House, join me in condemning Reform's vile rhetoric, and will he reassure us that this Labour government will continue to support the protections and opportunities for all our care leavers?
Well, Mr Speaker, November marks the first ever Care Leavers Month, and that is a time to recognise that every child deserves support to achieve their potential. And through our landmark Children's Wellbeing Bill, we're requiring every local authority to help care leavers find secure accommodation. It saddens me that the parties opposite voted against it. The comments about children in care being evil are utterly appalling. And now the member for Clacton has heard them. I'm sure he'll want to condemn them right now.
Nigel Farage.
Now, will he condemn them? Will he? Well, we'll see, won't we?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I've only got 30 seconds. The Prime Minister has stated very clearly that he wants to close the migrant hotels by the end of this Parliament. Well, the Reform-led West Northamptonshire Council, brilliantly led council, will be issuing foreclosure notices on 3 migrant hotels within the next few days in response to grave public concern about the safety of women and girls on the streets of West Northamptonshire. Would the Prime Minister approve of us speeding up the closure of the migrant hotels?
Yeah. Mr Speaker, we will correct the mess we inherited and close every hotel. At their peak, under the previous government, there were 400 hotels. Now there are only 200 remaining. But he says he doesn't have time to condemn the comments calling children in care evil. He's also not had the time, it appears, to condemn the racist comments of his own MP. Utterly spineless.
Now, the reason why I think he could have been brilliantly schooled at PMQs is because I believe that Darren Paffey was given that question to ask, because in Keir Starmer's reply, he did say that will Nigel Farage condemn those remarks right now? Now, if he did condemn those remarks, Starmer had the fail-safe of attacking him for not condemning Potchin's racist remarks and Farage's pathetic excuse of saying, I've only got 30 seconds to show you how spineless our traitors of this country really is. It would have been just as quick for him to just say, yes, I do condemn those remarks and that council will be dealt with severely. Now, the reason why I think it worked is because after PMQs, all the reform-supporting media outlets were crying victimhood and the Prime Minister was suffering from Farage syndrome. So the thing is, his pointless question, for me, seemed to get lost in the incident, and I think people want to know more about that than his gaslighting question about asylum seekers. Now, Keir Starmer, Ed Davey and also at times Stephen Flynn are basically playing the very same game that Farage does, knockabout politics, when they call him out and his party out. And the difference is, though, that these big girls' blouses, you could say, are the biggest snowflakes going, and when their cult leader gets rightly called out, they start clutching their pearls and crying in their cornflakes and yelling so much that I wouldn't know whether to give them a Kleenex or a big sloppy kiss to make them feel better. Absolutely pathetic. But anyway, what do you guys think? Was Farage caught out and was unable to think on his feet? Or do you think it don't really matter? And will it make a difference to swing voters? Let me know down below, and I shall bid you farewell and take care, my friends.